Well, last Monday, we started the course. Yeah, I gave you like a brief tour in cursos, yeah, so that you understand my organization of cursos, the material docente, the shared folder that we have. Remember, we have a shared folder where you can find all our classes, the book, the workbook. Also, in Novedades, you have this picture of the evaluations and the percentages in case you forget about it, yeah, while in the semester. And another thing that is important is to download the syllabus. Yeah, we will have a tiny alteration to the syllabus because we have a week off in September, I think, or not? Am I right? I think that we have a week off, yeah, from the 14th to the 17th. It's probably, yeah, we don't know yet for sure, but I'm crossing fingers. 14, 15, 16, 17th, yeah. Well, anyway, as soon as I have the news, like official news, I will let you know, right? It would be good for everybody. And what else? Yeah, we had time to start Unit 7, and Unit 7 is about meeting people, remember? Yeah, how to meet, how to meet somebody new for the first time, what to say and what not to say the first time you are seeing someone, yeah? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But did we start looking at page, let me see, this is page 52 in the book. Did we start looking at this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that we did, right? We introduced the unit. This unit is about surviving meeting new people for the first time. And we started reading this article that has to do with tips, yeah, that will help you survive this stressful meeting. Yeah, in this case, meeting your girlfriend's or boyfriend's parents for the first time. Can you please remind me if we finished the article or we didn't?
I think we didn't finish.
We didn't. And did I give you homework, or I told you that we were going to finish it today?
No.
No what? No what?
You told us to finish the activity.
Okay, so we're going to finish it today, right? Yeah? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I believe you. Yeah, I trust you. So, yeah, we started doing this article that has to do with pieces of advice, yeah, to survive meeting your girlfriend's parents, boyfriend's parents for the first time. I think that we completed up to number 5, I think. Yeah, number 1 was you need to do some homework before you go. Number 2, make sure you dress to make the right impression, Number 3, be punctual, because it's very important not to be late for the first meeting. Number 4, nothing to do. Number 5, nothing to do. Number 6, did we do number 6 or we stopped there?
Miss,
yep.
You don't share the book?
I'm not sure. Well, I'm noticing it, yeah. I'm the only one who's seeing the book right now. What about now? Right, number 6. Did we complete number 6? I think that we did as well. Yeah?
Yes, we did.
All right, so be ready to answer. I think so. Be ready to answer questions about yourself. Her parents will want to know everything. And number 7, what about number 7? I think that the class finished there after number 6, right? Hi, hello, good morning. Are you there? Okay, let's do number 7 together. Well, if you are invited for a meal, eat everything they give you and say something positive about the meal, like, oh, this is absolutely no, it's not absolutely fabulous, that's a series, that's absolutely delicious. Offer the dishes after the meal, gab them that you are helpful. So what's the verb that we use with the dishes?
To do.
Very good, to do the dishes, right? To do the dishes is to wash the dishes, right? So offer to do the dishes after the meal. And what's the purpose of doing the dishes? What is the purpose? Why would you offer? Very good, to show them that you are helpful. Very good. Number 8, be yourself and don't be a yes man. If they ask you for your opinion, be honest. However, try about controversial subjects. Try to or not to? What do you think?
Not
Not to
not
To what? Try
talk.
to talk.
Talk.
Very good. Try not to talk about controversial subjects. This isn't moment to give your views on religion and politics. What do you think about this? Do you think that this is a good tip? Not to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it depends on the type of parents. Yeah, because I imagine how old. I mean, are your girlfriend or boyfriend's parents 50 years old, 60 years old, depending? Yeah, maybe 40 years old, 40 something. So it depends on the generation. Yeah, perhaps the younger the parents are, the more open they are to talk about controversial things. For the first time you're meeting them, perhaps it's not really advisable. Number 9, if the conversation is dying and you can't think of what gap, what do you think? Ask them what your partner was like as a child. What do you
To
think?
say.
What to say? Very good. Ask them what your partner was like as a child, and this is a smart tactic. Our parents love talking about the children, and it shows you have a deep interest in the daughter. Okay, so we are done with the tips. Now, the most important thing is that we put this contents into practice. We're going to listen to the guy involved in this event of meeting his parents for the first time. If you look at activity number F, letter F, number 1F, I think it is, yeah, 1F, it says, 1E, I'm sorry, it says, listen to Nico meeting his girlfriend's parents for the first time. And the answer that you have to get is whether he is successful at meeting his parents-in-law. Yeah, does the meeting start well or badly, and how does it end? So remember the tips. What tips did he follow, and which tips didn't he follow? That's the idea. Okay, take notes or try to remember the details. I'm going to stop sharing the book because I have to go back to the presentation. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Are you ready to listen? Do you have a
Yes.
pen, paper? Yeah. Attention, energy. Okay, guys. So listen. Remember, what does he do wrong? What does he do right? Depending and based on the tips.
3.23.
Hi, Emily. Sorry I'm late. I was watching the big game.
Well, come in. Mom, this is Nico. Nico, this is my mom.
Oh, hello.
Nice to meet you, Nico.
And this is my dad.
Hello, Nico.
Hello.
Come on into the living room. Would you like a drink, Nico? Orange juice, soda?
Oh, thanks, John. I'll have a soda, please.
You're a vegetarian, aren't you, Nico?
Yes, I am. Personally, I think eating animals is totally wrong.
Ahem. Well, this is vegetable lasagna. I hope you like it. Emily's dad made it.
Any more lasagna, Nico?
Oh, no thanks. I'm not very hungry.
The lasagna is delicious, Dad.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
I'll do the dishes, Mom.
No, I'll do them.
Where's the bathroom? Did you watch the big game this evening, John? The Lakers and the Celtics? It was exciting.
No, I didn't watch it. I don't like basketball at all. In fact, I hate it.
Oh,
So, what are you going to do when you finish college, Nico?
I don't know.
What are you studying in college?
Sociology.
Why did you choose sociology?
Because I thought it was easy.
Is it interesting?
It's okay. What was Emily like as a little girl, Mary? Do you have any photos of her?
Photos of Emily? Yes, we have thousands of photos. She was the cutest little girl, wasn't she, John?
Yes, she was. A beautiful little girl.
Can I see some?
Oh no, please.
John, can you bring the photo albums? Look, and this is one when she was 3 years old.
And this is when we went to Disney World. That's Emily with Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Ah, she was so sweet.
Would you like another soda, Nico?
Yes, please, John.
Okay, so guys, do you need to listen to this again, or you think that is enough to answer the questions? You tell me. One more time, or it's fine?
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
in general? Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
So tell me, what tips or what things did Nico do right? No, do wrong, first of all. Do wrong. I think that we have more wrongs than rights. Anyone?
It's late.
He was
Late.
late. Yeah, so the punctuality tip, never followed it. Okay, he was late. What else?
He
talk
always.
Don't worry, guys. Come on. Ulises, you.
Okay, he talked about controversial themes,
Very
the
good.
vegetarians and the food of the parents.
Food, being a vegetarian. I think that he didn't also do the homework about finding out
Yeah.
information of the
And his
parents.
career, he talked about he study sociology.
Yeah, and why does he study sociology?
Yeah,
Remember?
because this is easy.
Yeah, well, something that is really inappropriate, right? Why would you say that, even if it's true, right? Matthias, anything else that he did wrong?
He always called John to his girlfriend. So,
Yeah, a little bit inappropriate. Yeah, first time, perhaps. Yeah, Mr. Something, right? Mr. Something. Good evening, good afternoon, Eduardo. Ladies and gentlemen, in English, please, Eduardo. Yeah, next time you greet the class. Anything else that that he did wrong or wrongly?
He didn't do some previous work because he asked Mr. John if he saw the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And John hates it.
Hated it, right? So he was sure that her dad liked basketball. I think it was basketball. Yeah.
Yeah. Basketball.
Yeah. And say, well, I hate basketball. Yeah. Okay. Anything?
And he didn't.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Luis. I'm sorry.
He didn't do the dishes.
Exactly. He didn't
after the
offer.
meal.
He didn't offer to do anything.
Yes.
Yeah. So very impolite. He's gay. Very impolite. Yeah. Remember this adjective, impolite? Yeah, a little bit rude. Yeah, so you are in a house for the first time, so at least say, oh, the food is great, or thank you. I would
He
have
didn't say anything about the food.
nothing, but absolutely nothing. You see, it was the girlfriend who said something nice to the dad, where he was like, yeah, I'm full, no thank you, no more. Yeah, very inappropriate, very impolite. Anything that this guy did right?
No.
Oh,
No.
Matthias, no, he did some things.
Yes.
Just for Emily's photo.
Very good. Yeah. So showing interest. Remember the last tip? Showing interest. Yeah, in her daughters, in their daughter. Yeah, was a good, positive point, right? Photo albums. Very good. Anything else? Any other positive point? No, really? Okay, very good.
No.
Poor Nico. Okay, guys, let's leave Nico aside for a moment, because we're going to analyze the tips again, but now from a grammatical point of view. But before we do that, I want to show you this trailer that is based on a movie that is called Meet the Parents. And if you notice on page number 52, Yeah, the unit is based on this experience of meeting your girlfriend's or boyfriend's parents for the first time, right? Of course, this is not Nico, right? Nico is a fictional character. But this guy, Ben Stiller, the actor, is one of his first movies. This is a very old movie, but it's a very funny movie, right? And it has to do with this experience, yeah, traumatic in a way. For him, it was a traumatic experience to meet his girlfriend's parents for the first time. So we're going to watch it just to know how traumatic can meeting your boyfriend's or girlfriend's parents for the first time. Of course, if your father-in-law is Robert De Niro, perhaps you're going to have trouble. So give me 1 sec. 1 second. Chrome. Can you see the Google Chrome page? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Pay attention. I'm going to activate the closed captions. Yeah. So if no, I have no closed captions. I'm sorry. You have to understand the way it is, but it's easy.
Pam is the one Greg wants to marry.
Just relax, honey. I love you.
But before he can pop the question, you'll have to meet the parents.
What is diamond for? Oh yeah, an interesting color. Oh no, the first guy picked it. Oh, they say geniuses pick green, but you didn't pick it.
Be nice to this one, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
Now he will enter their home.
You know, Greg's in medicine too, Larry. Oh really? Nursing. Not a lot of men in your profession, are there?
And earn his way.
You want to hear a story? I milked a cat once.
I'm sorry, I have to stop here. Well, this is a 90s movie. Did you get what he does? What does he do for a living?
He's a nurse.
He's a nurse, right? And this is a little bit sexist comment on the part of Robert De Niro. Perhaps today this wouldn't be included in a movie because he said, well, yeah, I'm sure that there are not many men in your field because he's not a doctor, right? So he looks down on him for being a nurse and not a doctor, you see? Interesting thing, yeah, how times have changed.
Into the family.
You know.
I had no idea you could milk a cat.
Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples. I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Dad.
At least that was the plan.
Hey, it's Greg Louganis.
I just feel like this is not going well at all. We're getting creepy.
Oh, Florence Nightingale over here play a little defense. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about it that's a little off.
It's an antique polygraph machine.
Why don't you try that on?
It's okay. Oh, come on. We'll have some fun.
Greg, my father was never in the rare flower business.
Don't worry. You'll enjoy this.
Have you ever watched pornographic videos?
No. Relax. The needles are jumping.
He was in the CIA for 34 years.
Great. Yeah, I was scared of your dad back when I thought he was a florist.
I'm a patient man. That's what 19 months in a Vietnamese prison camp will do to you. But I will be watching you, studying your every move, and I will bring you down, baby. I will bring you down to Chinatown.
Robert De Niro.
Could you flush this toilet?
Ben Stiller.
No. What's that smell? Greg flushed the toilet to den, so the septic tank is overflowing. No.
You're doing great, okay?
In a new comedy from the director of Austin Powers. Meet the parents.
You think that's CIA, man? They teach you that in the CIA. You have another question? Sure, I got one question for you. Do I think you're a psycho? Yes.
That's my future son-in-law.
Can you deal with that?
Has anyone here seen this movie? No? No one? It is really funny. There are like 3 parts, like meet the parents number 1, 2, 3, etc. Yeah. What information did you get out of the video, or it was too difficult to? For example, what
he wasn't polite.
He wasn't polite, of course. And did you get what Robert De Niro does?
He worked at the
agent of the CIA.
Very good. Right. He presented himself. He introduced himself as a flower. Yeah, he had a flower shop as a florist. But in fact, he was an ex-agent, I think, or part of the CIA. That is why he had this lie detector at home. Okay, guys. So let's continue. Let's analyze a little bit the article that we just read, right? The tips to survive meeting your parents-in-law for the first time. In this unit, remember, last class I told you that we were going to learn how verbs behave, yeah? When you have a verb, yeah, groups of verbs behave in different ways. I'm not talking about tenses. I'm talking about the verb, only the verb, play, like, enjoy, etc., okay? In this unit, we're going to talk about the use of the to infinitive, okay? Let's read this together. It says, in certain cases, we use the to infinitive, for example, in to enjoy. In others, the ing form, for example, enjoying. And in others, we simply use the base form of the verb, for example, enjoy. Let's take the verb play. Wait. This goes, yeah, all right. So for example, you take any verb, guys, any verb, verb to be, for example. You have be. One form of verb to be is to be. Another form is being. And another form is be, okay? Let's take the verb sleep, okay? To sleep, sleeping, and sleep. Remember that I'm not talking about tenses. I'm talking about the verb, okay? Let's take another verb. Matthias, give me a verb. Any verb.
Run.
Run. Okay, so to run, running, and run. Okay? Now, there are rules to use the to infinitive, rules to use the gerund, and rules to use the base form. And these rules, you apply them in all tenses. So this is something very important. Yeah, I'm not teaching you a tense. I'm not teaching you present continuous or, I don't know, present perfect. No, I'm talking about how verbs behave in every tense, okay, depending on the context. So in this unit, we're going to learn the rules for the use of the to infinitive, okay? Let's look at some examples taken from the text that you just read on page 52. Can you please read, let me see. Enzo, can you help me? Read the examples. Enzo?
The examples in the screen?
Yep, it says you need.
Or in the book?
No, in the on the screen, yeah.
Okay. You need to do some homework before you meet someone new.
Very good. So pay attention to the content. You need to do. Yeah, not doing, not do is to do. Okay, why? Number 2, answer.
Be ready to answer questions about yourself.
Very good. Again, we have an infinitive, but ready is not a verb, but we use the infinitive anyway. Saying be ready answering is wrong. Saying be ready answer is wrong. So there is a rule implied here. Number 3, answer.
Make sure you dress to make the right impression.
Very good. And finally,
if the conversation is dying and you can think of what to say, ask them about how your partner was like as a child.
As a child. Very good. So guys, I'm going to ask to guess, yeah, the rule or the rules behind the use of the to infinitive. There are 4 sentences. So these sentences illustrate 4 rules. Can anybody tell me 1 or 2?
After need is always to and infinitive.
Very good. I can't find you. Martin, right? Martin, yes. Right. Martin says that after need, you always use to. Very good, Martin. Yes, after need, but not only after need, after a group of verbs. Yeah. The first rule says that there is a group of verbs that whenever you use these verbs, after the verb, you use the infinitive. Yeah. And this is regardless of the tense, because I'm not teaching you a tense. Remember, I'm teaching you the use of the to infinitive. So for example, I can say you need to do. In past, you needed to do. In present, in future, you will need to do. In conditional, you would need to do. maybe you need to do. You see that in every tense, I conjugated need in different tenses, but in every tense after need, I used to do. Do you get it? Yeah? Okay, so there is a group of verbs that we need to learn. Oh, what is this group of verbs? Yeah. We're going to see it later on. Any other rule that you can see here? We're going to see it one by one, don't worry. Anyone else can guess another rule to use the to infinitive? Observe, pay attention to the context, what comes before and after. No, no one?
Like to give an instruction?
Which one? Which example?
Be ready to answer question about yourself. It's like
yeah, but I can also say this bag is expensive. It's too expensive to buy, and it follows the same rule. So I don't think that it has to do with instructions. I think that it has to do with the element in front of the verb. What is this element? What type of word is this? Ready, expensive, beautiful. An adjective. It's an adjective, okay? Ready is an adjective. Expensive is an adjective. Beautiful is an adjective. So when you have a verb after an adjective, the verb takes two. You see? I'm not ready to answer your question. I am ready to answer. I was ready to answer. It's too expensive to buy. It's cheap to see, etc. You see? So every time you have an adjective and then you have a verb in any tense, you use to infinitive. Okay. Anyone else, or you give up before you fall asleep? Anyone? No? Oh, okay. Don't worry.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry. Maybe, yeah. Martin?
Yeah, maybe the third one could be about when you're talking, the reason that you are doing something.
Excellent, Martin. That's the answer. Yeah, the third rule says when you are given or when you are talking about the purpose, yeah, why you do something, you use that to infinitive. So for example, I can say, why are you going to the supermarket? I say, well, to buy some groceries. Why are you here? To learn English, you see? You say to and not learning or learn because this is an objective, it's a purpose that you have. Very good, Martin. And what about number 4, anyone? It has to do with the element in front of the verb.
Maybe after a question word.
Excellent, very good. Your name is?
Felipe.
Felipe, right. Okay, good, very good. So after a question word, yeah? What? I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know when to take the train. Very good. Okay, let's look at the rules one by one. As Martin said, you need to do some homework. Has to do with rule number 1, that after a group of verbs, some verbs, for example, need, offer, would like, and hope, we will always use the to infinitive. So now, I wanted to go to page 158 in your PDF, in your book, page 158. I'm going to show the page here. 158, go to the back of the book. 150, I don't know if you found it, because on this page we have a list of verbs that are always followed. Here it is, by the infinitive, okay? Did you find it or not? Guys? Can you see it on the screen at least?
Yes.
And on the screen you see it, yeah? Okay, good. So, look at that. Do not panic. It's only 14 verbs. The truth is that there are more. But you're in English 3, so we don't want to press you a lot, okay? We don't want to put so much stress on your shoulders. So the idea is that you look at these verbs, okay? And with practice, yeah, you remember that every time you use these verbs, after these verbs, you use the to infinitive. What are the verbs? The verbs are decide, forget, hope, learn, need, offer, plan, pretend, promise, remember, start, try, want, and would like. Pay attention. Would like, not like, because like accepts the to infinitive and the ing. I can say, I like to play the guitar and I like playing the guitar, and both are correct, okay? But would like only accepts the to infinitive. I would like to go out. I would like to play the guitar tonight, for example, okay? So there is a difference here. So your work now is the following. Very quickly, you have to look at the verbs in the chart and you have to use them correctly in context. For example, it says, we've decided, gap, to France for our vacation. Here we have decided, remember? So you know that after decide, you always use to. This is an example in the past simple, but anyway, you use to. You see, that is regardless of the tense. So that we've decided to go. We decide to go. We will decide to go. Yeah, decide changes the tense, but the next verb always in the to infinitive. Let's do number 2. Don't forget all the lights. What would you say here?
To turn off.
Excellent. To turn off. Yeah, to turn off all the lights. Come on. Number 3. We hope. We hope. We hope what?
To see you.
To see you.
To see you. Very good. We hope to see you again. You see? Hope to do, hope to see you, hope to pass. I hope not to fail, etc. Number 4. I am learning.
To drive.
Excellent. Very good. I'm learning to drive. My driving tests next month. Number 5.
I need to go.
I need to go to the supermarket. Very good. Now I'm going to call you one by one, okay? Matias, you start. Matias Rivas, number 6. He offered.
I don't know.
You don't know? Can you help Matias? He offered what? With my resume. Do you know what
to help me.
To help me.
To help.
Do you know what a resume is? A resume is a CB. It's a curriculum B type. Okay. A resume is a CB. Yeah. So he offered to write, to organize my resume, for example. Yeah. Very good. Number 7. The planning. Anyone? Volunteers?
To get married.
The planning to get married. Yeah, very good. To get married soon. You see, the planning to go. I am planning to study tonight. Not so boring. I am planning to, I don't know, watch a movie tonight, etc. Number 8, pretend. He pretended. Anyone?
To be sick.
Very good. He pretended to be sick. Okay. Number 9, he promised. Promise. Remember, promise. Me back.
To pay.
Very good. To pay me back when he gets a job. Number 10, remember. Remember your dictionaries. So passionate. Remember to bring. Remember, I would never say this to you. Remember to bring your, I don't know, your book, but not your dictionaries. Number 11, the start. It was very cloudy and it started
to rain.
Excellent. Very good. To rain. Number 12, I'm trying. What?
To get
a job, but it's very hard. Number 13, I want. To catch. Very good. I want to catch. Yeah, I wanted to catch. I want to catch. I may want to catch, etc. And number 14, the last one.
I like to buy.
Very good. To buy. Okay, guys. This is very mechanic. Yeah, exercises, grammar exercises are very mechanic. The idea is that little by little, yeah, when we do exercises, when we speak, yeah, you start memorizing unconsciously even, right? The verbs that are followed by the to infinitive. Remember, every time you have these verbs, after these verbs, the second verb takes the to, okay? Takes the to infinitive. Did you understand rule number 1? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Excuse me, why the verb have is not in the list?
Have?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that you are getting confused between the verb have and the modal verb have to. Yeah. Because have to is not the verb have. Have to is a modal verb. Have to or has to, which we're going to see in future units, has to do with obligation, Martin. For example, you say, I have to study because I have a test. Yesterday,
Yes.
I had to study because I had a test, okay? Have to is always have to. They go together. But it's not the verb have, because have can take any form. You can say, I am having a nice day. I have a house. You see? So we're talking about two different things. Have to is always have to. So it doesn't follow any rule because it's a modal verb. It's not a verb. It belongs to a different family. It belongs to the family of must, can, should, could, can, etc. Yeah? Did I solve your question? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Very good. So there's something important here, and I'm going to show you the presentation. I'm going to mention it in the future, but you see that we can use these infinitives, these INGs, and these base forms in positive and in negative. Because if you look at the article that we read at the beginning of the class, for example, let me see, tip number 8 says, be yourself and don't be a yes man, blah, blah, blah. However, try not to talk. You see? And this is important because you can negate the verb. You can use an infinitive in negative. And here you're going to remember Shakespeare, the famous quote that Hamlet says. Hamlet says, to be or not to be. Yeah? So every time you negate an infinitive, you say to, not to. So to go, not to go. To be, not to be. To drink, not to drink. To drive, not to drive. You see? Do not include an auxiliary, because the typical mistake that students make is saying something like, I try don't to go. Oh no, that's wrong. Why are you using don't? You see? Because you should negate try, not, yeah. So you say, I try not to speak in Spanish in English class. Try not to translate, guys, when you're thinking in English, because translating makes your work more difficult. You see? You got it? Yeah? Okay. Rule number 2, you already answered it. Yeah? We use the to infinitive after adjectives. So every time you have a verb after an adjective, you use the to infinitive or the not to infinitive. Rule number 3, Martin also gave us the answer, is the infinitive of purpose. Every time you are talking about why you are doing something, you use to. And this is another typical mistake of Spanish speakers. In Spanish, we express purpose saying para o por. Por ejemplo, ¿para qué vas al supermercado? Para comprar algunas, no sé, verduras. So our mother tongue, I don't know if anyone has learned another language when you were a baby, you translate unconsciously and you say, for buy. And that's a typical mistake of Spanish speakers. Say, for buy vegetables, for example, for buy food. It's not for, it's to buy. Why are you here? To study. Why are you doing that? To, I don't know, to make my day more fun, etc. Yeah, remember, purpose, to. And finally, the last rule has to do with every time you have a question word in an affirmative sentence, after that, you have to infinitive. Remember, where are you going? Where are you going on holiday? Did you decide already where to go? I say, well, not yet. Yeah, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know when to go. I don't know how much money to spend or not to spend. You see, when you are indecisive, you can use question words with to infinitive. Are the rules okay? Did you understand the rules? Because now we have to apply them. Did you understand the logic? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Let's continue. So our first, what do you want to do? Because I don't know how certain you are about the rules. So what would you like to do first? Would you like to do a couple of written exercises just to make sure that you understand very clearly and then we speak? Or you would like to speak and then do some written exercises? What would you like to do first? It's up to you. I'm open to suggestions.
I like the first one.
Which was the first one?
Yeah, me too.
Written and then and speaking. Writing and then speaking, right?
Yes.
Was it that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Let me see. Let me decide if the workbook is more difficult than the book, because I would like you to do more difficult exercises. Yeah. Let's work with the workbook. So remember that you can download the workbook from our shared folder. And I don't have it here. Give me 1 second, please. Share screen, desktop. We have it in level 2. Workbook, I think, is page 43 in the workbook. Can you see the workbook or not? No.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yes.
okay. So workbook page 43. Try to find it, because you're going to work in groups or in person. I haven't decided yet. 42, 43. Okay, we're going to do exercise 1A. Okay, 1A and 1B. So let's do the first two together, and then I'm going to leave you, alone to do this. So it says complete the sentences with the infinitive of a verb from the list. We have not do, which is the negative of the infinitive, remember, find, not finish, rent, see, not tell, and wash. Example, John's very polite. He offered to wash the dishes after the meal. So this is an example of rule number 1, that after offer are used to infinitive. Yeah. Number 2 says, thanks for coming.
Miss?
Yeah, tell me. You can't see the book.
Oh, no, I can. But I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
Because in the before exercise, we saw the word is to do the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And to wash the dish is similar?
It's the same. Yeah, you can say to wash the dishes, to do the dishes. The same happens with clothes. You can say to do the laundry. When you do the laundry, you wash the clothes. So you can say, I need to wash the clothes. I need to do the laundry. Yeah, different expressions, but they are synonyms.
Yeah, thank you.
Number 2 says, thanks for coming. We hope, this is a typical phrase, we hope you again to see you. Yeah, to see you. Okay, guys, so I'm going to divide you in groups, and your work is activity 1A and activity 1B. Okay? Are you ready? So you have to accept my invitation. Let me stop the recording. Martin, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Her parents were very kind to invite him.
Her parents were very kind to invite him. Very good. Very good. I wasn't recording, so for the people that are not present, okay, you can do the homework and you can ask me later on. All right, guys, let's go back to the presentation. This presentation. No, that's not the level. I think that it was here. Yeah. Give me 1 sec. Here it is. Can you see the presentation? Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So speaking time, what time is it? Oh, I have 5 minutes. No. Wait. Okay, so page 53, the first page that we looked at, with the parents, activity 4C, yeah, page 53, yes, I'm sorry?
The workbook or the...
No, the book, the student's book, page 53, activity 4, page 53, activity 4C, okay? I'm going to show you the book. Oh my God, I have to go back and forward. I need the book now. Here it is. 54. I know this is a drug, but we need to use different type of material. Did you find it? Page 50, 53, I think it is. 53, activity 4. Did you find it or not?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So activity 4, if I'm not mistaken, says work in pairs, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we are not going to have time to finish it today, and we're going to continue next class. We have time. We're okay with the time. The idea next class is that we're going to start working in pairs, asking and answering the questions. Remember that the objective and the purpose of the unit is to use the infinitive of verbs correctly, okay? So that is why you have questions in different tenses. We are not focusing on the tenses, we're focusing on the verbs, okay? So for example, question number 1 says, have you ever offered to look after somebody's dog or other pet? You see that in the question we have the verb offer, followed by the to look after, to take care of, okay? So imagine that I'm working with Isidora and I say, Isidora, have you ever offered to look after somebody's dog or other pet? So Isidora's challenge is to answer this question trying to include the verb offer plus a to infinitive. So you can say, Isidora, would you like to answer? You can say yes, no, a friend, I don't know, anybody.
No, sé, I don't know.
No, never. I mean, in your life, have you ever taken care of a cat, a pet, a bird that belonged to somebody else? As a favor, as a favor.
No,
No,
I
really.
don't. No.
Well, it's a weird question, but you can always invent it and say, well, the truth is that I have never, offered to look after somebody's dog, but I think that I wouldn't do it because it's too much responsibility, okay? So every time you have a question that is a little bit difficult, at least say no and you say why, okay? And that will be fine. Thank you, Sierra. Question number 2 says, do you think it's difficult to stay? You see, difficult adjective, to stay. Do you think it's difficult to stay friends with an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend? Anybody would like to answer this question? Controversial question. Perhaps sensitive question. I don't know. Anybody? Easy or difficult to continue being friends with an ex?
Because the love still here, still in the human body for a rest of time after that.
Mm-hmm. So what is your piece of advice, Luis?
My what?
Your piece of advice, your tip, when you finish a relationship to stop seeing, but stop seeing the person completely, or keep in touch from time to time.
No, I think broke up.
So when you break up, you break up. There is no friends, no nothing. Bye.
Yes, because the things can change. I think if they stay or they still like friends
exactly
for a time.
Yeah. Anybody here has the experience of being friends with an ex?
Me.
Matthias, I was looking at you. Yeah, okay. Matthias, I don't know, can you say, I mean, why you think that it's possible to stay friends?
Well, it's possible, but it's difficult to
Okay. So the answer for you is like, yes, it is difficult to stay friends.
Yeah. There are a lot of weird things.
Exactly. Yeah, especially jealousy. Yeah, I think that, well, it depends who broke up with whom. Yeah, because if I broke up, well, I don't really mind. But if I didn't break up, then jealousy can be an issue there. Yeah, seeing your ex with another girl is like, yeah, you're my friend. So it's weird, right? Okay, very good. So guys, next class, we will continue discussing these questions. I will group you so that you have more chances to speak. And we're going to start Unit 7B, which is going to complement this unit, because in Unit 7B, we're going to learn when to use the gerund. The gerund is this ing, okay? So we're going to learn other rules to use the ing correctly. And then when we finish this, I'm going to give you exercises that will mix everything. Yeah, you will have rules for the ing, the base from the to infinitive, and you need to figure out when to use the to, when to use the ing, when to use the base form, okay? So that's all for today, guys. Anything that you want to tell me before I finish the class? Any comments, any queries, any confusion, anything that wasn't clear? No? You're okay? Okay. Time flies. Yeah, I don't know, but it was a very short class. Okay, guys, have a lovely weekend. Take care and see you next Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
See you.